There are a lot of weird things right now happening in the crypto space plus the debt space. You're not going to want to miss this. We have box mining. And then keep in mind, it's not just box mining saying this, it's many different people. But I'm going to read off his tweet. Binance US Bitcoin trading at $26,000 versus $30,000 at the current price. This happened yesterday, by the way. So this could be the result of market makers essentially leaving the US and going elsewhere where they're treated better. Next, let's go over to the debt space. So check this out. This is crazy right here. Federal government current expenditure interest payments, right? Interest payments are on track to $1 trillion this year, soaring fast. Now keep in mind, I've been telling people for this entire year that this year would be the year where more currency printing happened than any other time in the US history, all right? This year alone. And I've been spot on so far, haven't I? Very few people have been saying that, right? They've been more worried about tightening and all that stuff. I said, no, don't listen to that. Look at what reality is happening. So check out this graph right now so you can see for yourself. This is on the Federal Reserve's database. Go ahead. As you can see, interest payments are on an exponential curve right now and is not going to stop. I'm going to go into this further later in the video. But first, let's go over some really good news right now of what's happening in the crypto space. Nearly 500,000 Bitcoin have been withdrawn from exchanges over the last 6 months. And keep in mind, this is going to happen more and more and more. There's going to be smarter and smarter people going, you know what, I don't want anything to do with these exchanges, especially now that Binance is essentially probably getting kicked out of the Western countries like US, Australia, parts of Europe. This is going to continue. Plus, you're going to have Coinbase and BlackRock and all their Bitcoin ETFs where you're not necessarily going to have full autonomy over your coins. So I think this is why there's so many people taking their coins off exchanges right now. Speaking of Coinbase, we have Brian Armstrong. He just sold $5.8 million of coin shares this week. That is his largest sale ever. Why did he do that? Very strange considering what is happening right now with all these potential ETFs that are coming about. Like I said, the title is not misleading. This is very strange. Next, we have something that not very many people know about, but after this halving that we're going to have next year, we will essentially had 10% of all halvings that will exist. We still have 90% more halvings to go. So this is how early you are. We have a very long way to go. Now, Preston Fish says on Twitter, remember all the fighting and drama around 2008 bank bailouts and Occupy Wall Street? All because of $1 trillion. We just added that in a month and nobody made a peep. Nobody except us. We've been making a peep about it, and you know that. So this is what's going to happen when you have more and more currency printing. It's going to go exponentially. So the more currency created, the more currency will be created in the future. So just a quick little recap of how currency is created. Say you have $1 right here. Well, that dollar has interest attached to it. So how do you pay off the interest to that dollar? You have to print another dollar. And then now you have $2 of interest. And then how do you pay the interest off $2? You have to print another dollar. Last story here. BlackRock manages about $8.6 trillion in assets. Well, this is what this article says. It's 10, some people say 20 trillion, who knows. But there are 2 million Bitcoin on exchanges at $30,000 each, which means if you had $60 billion, you would be able to buy every single Bitcoin out there. Technically you could, right? Obviously nobody's going to sell their Bitcoin for that much. The price would rise. So think about how early you are right now when, for example, people put in 5, 10, 15%, maybe even 20% of their earnings into Bitcoin or their reserves into Bitcoin. We haven't seen anything yet with price, and that is why I keep saying this is going to be the most hated, most lonely bull market ever to exist, because there's so many people on the sidelines right now waiting for lower prices where, guys, the writing's on the wall. We've called this bottom in November of last year, and yeah, I think we got a long way to go. Plus, if you want to see what we're doing with our crypto and why, check us down below for our CT Club, where you get our trade alerts, portfolio updates, and you get to see we've been killing it during this bear market. Anyways, that's all I have. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.